Good morning, guys. Happy Sunday to you. So this is Easy Earning FX. So I'm back again to share with you the awesome oscillator strategy, the awesome oscillator entries. I said in my previous videos that I'm going to teach or share the knowledge of awesome oscillators with you. Don't forget that in the previous videos, I talked extensively on the parabolic strategy. I talked on how to enter and how to exit with the Bollinger Band, and you can see both on my screen now. So I want to share with you the combination of the parabolic with the awesome oscillator. So this particular video will be as an introduction to the awesome oscillator. So subsequent video on the awesome oscillator, I'm going to pick the asset like I did with the parabolic one after the other to show you the entries or the similarities, so you can as well stick to the particular asset that you trade, or you combine the strategy with your own, or you stick to the strategy totally. So let me introduce you to the awesome oscillator. If you are looking at awesome oscillator, how do most people use awesome oscillator? What do they do? Sometimes once it changes from red to green, depending on the color that you select, they take a buy entry. And once it changes from green to red, they take a sell entry. That is one. Two, once they have a crossover on the zero line of the awesome oscillator here, the zero line that divides the above from the below, they take an entry. Once they just see the first stroke, they take a buy entry. It's as well good. But what is the winning ratio? That is the case. Look at this, for example, using the parabolic or the fractal entries. If they enter here, that means the market just have a slight pullback and it continues to go up. Look at it from here. So if I'm the one trading this particular entry, I would have picked my entry once I have the continuous fractal. I'm still going to share that particular strategy with you. Even before the parabolic pump out for continuation, you can see that, and you would have taken a sell. Are we together now? So I don't use it like that. Like the two examples I just cited. One, once they see it changes from previous color to the uptrend color that they select during the setup, they take a buy entry. And this went up because it has already got into what? A support zone or oversold zone, and it peaked. Are we together now? Then look at this here. It changes, and what happened? It came back like what happened here. So how do we use this particular strategy to have a higher winning ratio? Like you just want to pick like 2-3 entries in a day and you are done to have your 10%. What do? Once the market is above the zero line, you don't take a sell. What are you looking for? You keep looking for buy entries, like the parabolic strategy. So once you have a pullback on the red, from the green to the red, what are you looking for? You are looking for another red, another green candlestick to pump out. Then you take your entry. Sometimes I wait for the second green candlestick before I take my entry. But you can shoot once you see that the green stroke stays, then you take your entry. You can see that it is almost the same thing with the parabolic It pump out all the fractals because it is what? Uptrend. Can you see? So once it is here to be out, if you are sticking to the parabolic strategy, don't forget the strategy. But our focus is on the awesome oscillator combining it with the parabolic side. So once you see that the market is continuous, what do? You join the trade and pick whatever you want to pick. You can see that. You can see it here as well. It is like that on all the assets. It is like that on all the assets. And if you want to take a sell, once you have it cross over the zero line, it pull back, and once you see the next stroke, which is the same color with the previous one below the zero line, depending on what you select doing your setup, what do? You take the entry and you pick your 10-15 minutes candlestick and you are out. So let us back test and see. You can see that it is like that. So I called it V shape. That is what I call that for it. V shape. You see the V shape. You see the V shape. You see the V shape. So it repeats itself like that every day. Can you see that? And it is like that on all the assets. Let us go to 15 minutes candlestick. You can see that it didn't cross over. Can you see it? The V shape. The V shape. The V shape. Can you see the V shape? The V shape. So you can combine that with your strategy. With your strategy. So you have more winning ratio. If you pick 5 entries like that in a day, to be picking 10-15 minutes candlestick, if you take 5 entries, if you don't win the whole 5, you're going to have 4/5. You're going to have 4/5. Look at it. It is repetition. It is repetition. If you go to 1 minute time frame on that, it's happening already. Look at it now. You see the pullback. This is a live chart, and I've once told you that there's no difference between the demo and the live chart. Just your emotions and the spread. But once you are correct with the direction, you will always win. You will always win. So I just want to show you as an introduction. Then I pick from the next video the asset one after the other. You can see that. So this is how awesome oscillator work perfectly to have a reasonable winning ratio. Not just taking it when it changes to green from your red, and once it crosses the zero line. You can be doing that. You can be doing that, but your winning ratio will be very small. It will be very small. It will be very small. So this is, can you see it? The V shape. Can you see it? Can you see it? So the next video, I will pick the asset one after the other and show you the entries. This is Easy in FX. Don't forget to subscribe to the channels. And if you want to reach me one-on-one, you can reach me via the Telegram channel page. Thank you for watching.